Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. Nah, Merry Christmas, guys. This is the Free 3. We appreciate you tapping in, and I'm hoping you guys have an excellent day with friends and family. And of course, let's gamble responsibly. Let's get into these best bets for today. What's up, guys? Your boy Noble Living back with another DYF Bets video where I'm breaking down my favorite picks and plays of the day. And we'll just try to get to the bag together and get that money. It is a special Merry Christmas Day episode of the Free 3, man. We're so thankful for all the love and support that you guys have shown us this year on the channel. Thankful for the gift that you guys have given us of just love, of just talking sports, enjoyment, man. And hopefully I've been able to make you guys some money on the channel as you guys have been able to help me just talk about the games that I love, that I'm betting on, man. This is a great time of year. And as always, when I say every single holiday, if you are dealing with things, right, if you're by yourself, if you're alone, reach out to somebody, right? Reach out to me, just put positiveness into the atmosphere, but also don't add fuel to the fire. You don't have to gamble. You don't have to bet today. Make sure you're enjoying the moment with friends, with family, with people that you care about. But if you do have some extra coinage, if you do want some extra incitement, that's what we're here for as well. And let's bet, but don't let the bet ruin the day, right? That's the biggest thing in holidays, and that's what I like to say. So for today's episode, we're going to go a little bit different. I'll do a recap tomorrow's video. No need to bog you guys down with that today. Let's just get straight to the winners, and it's going to be real quick today, guys. I got a lot of games to cover, so we're just going to go into it real quick, just a fast little different style today. Again, appreciate all the love and support. Merry Christmas. Smash that subscribe button, guys. We hit 1,000 subscribers here on the channel. We're now on the road to 2,000. Let's get it, and let's dive into these winners. All right, we're going to start off with the NFL because the NFL are bullies. I'm not going to get into my whole rant on the NFL, but obviously Christmas Day is for the NBA. We know that. It's always been that way. But for some reason, and I get it, I went to the Eagles game last year on Christmas, but that game was like on a Sunday or a Monday. I think it was a Sunday. That makes sense because that is the day the NFL's played on. But to have a Christmas Day game on a Wednesday, bro, like, what are we doing? But the games are there, so we need to bet them. So let's talk about a few of the picks that I have in today's games, okay? You guys know me. We're going to do some teasers. We're going to do some player props. We're going to have some fun. And we're just going to talk all about them at one time. So here we go. First, we're going to go with our teaser of the day, all right? We're going to take the Steelers up to plus 8.5, and we're going to take the Ravens down to plus 0.5. Now, for all my people who are teaser geniuses out there and like, no, but you're never supposed to cross the number, I get it, but it's practically just taking the Ravens on the money line. If you want to put them on the money line with something else, be my guest. I'm not opposed to it, but I just think they win the game outright, okay? So let's talk about the Steelers and Chiefs real quickly. The reason why I'm bumping this one up to plus 8.5 is because, yes, the Chiefs are 14-1, rightfully so, the number one team in the AFC, but when you look at them in a little bit deeper against the number, they have not been that good this year. They're 6-8-1 against the number and 3-3-1 on the road. 5-7-1 as an underdog. As a favorite, and they've only been an underdog once at 1-1. Meanwhile, the Steelers are 10-5 against the number and 5-1 against the number at home. Well, the Steelers are at home today. You know it's going to be a rocking atmosphere. And if you look at some of the recent game logs with the Chiefs, then you understand the Chiefs have been winning games, but they've been getting by really by the grit of their nail, or what's the saying? They've been getting by like by the skin of their teeth. I'll mess up the saying, but I think that's what they were saying, right? Because look at it. Last week against Houston, 27-19, and there was some fluky calls in that game. I'm not even going to get on to what happened last Saturday, right? 2 games before that against the Chargers, they won the game 19-17. The game before that against Vegas, 19-17. Against Carolina, 30-27. So they've been winning games, yes, 14-1, straight up on the money line, great team to bet on. But when you look at them against the number, one possession games, they're not blowing out teams anymore. They're getting everybody's best shot. That is what happens when you're the 2-time defending NFL champion, right? So for us, we have a big game, atmosphere at home. Steelers get George Pickens back, one of the toughest environments to play in. Russell Wilson's playing great football, plus 8.5. The Chiefs, they might lose this game outright. I'm just going to take the extra touchdown insurance. And then the Ravens, they're taking on the Texans. Texans are not that impressive to me. I'm taking the Ravens on the money line. Okay, the Ravens are truthfully one of the best teams in the AFC. Yes, they're only 10-5, but the Texans at 9-6, if they were not in such a weak AFC South, they probably would not have as good of a record. We know know that CJ Stroud has been struggling this season. He's having that sophomore slump, but that's one of the reasons why I like his pass attempts today, because this Ravens offense has been absolutely on fire. If you look at some of the game logs recently of this Ravens offense, they dropped 34 last week against the Steelers, 35 on the Giants. They only scored 19 against the Eagles, but that's Philadelphia. 30 points against the Chargers, 16 against the Steelers, 35 against the Bengals, 41 against the Broncos, 41 against the Buccaneers. Bro, this Ravens offense, they can absolutely score the ball. It's the reason one of the top 5 in offensive ratings right now. And for me, I like the Ravens, and I believe that they're going to win this game. They're going to control the tempo. They're going to control the clock. They're going to score points, which is going to put the Texans in a position where they're going to have to throw the ball. And if they're having to throw the ball, then we know that CJ Stroud is going to go over 34.5 pass attempts. Now, on the other side, the running back for the Ravens, Derrick Henry, that is a guy that I'm looking at to be able to run and tout the ball very well today. I mean, when you talk about a team that is feeding the beast, they are absolutely doing that. That is the Baltimore Ravens, right? Look at his last game log. Last week against the Steelers, 24 attempts. Against the Eagles, 19 attempts. Against the Chargers, 24 attempts. That's what we're going for. I believe that the Ravens are going to be able to take the lead. They're going to be able to score points on this Texans defense, which is not that great. And when they're able to do that, then now we're able to milk the clock late in the game with Derrick Henry, wear down that defensive line, and now we get it. So that is the full game script. I don't really have too many player props in the Chiefs game that I like that much. I might have a few more on Discord, so, click the link in the description. You can join that. NFL on Christmas Day, this is what we're going to go with. The teaser plus 8.5 and the Ravens to plus 5 there with the Steelers. And then we got Derrick Henry over 17.5 carries, CJ Stroud over 34.5 pass attempts. That's what we're locking. Now, heading over to the NBA, because we still have some NBA action today. And there's a beautiful slate of games, and there are a few games I'm going to take a look at. To get us started, the Knicks are taking on the Spurs. Early game at 12 o'clock. Some player props I like in there. Karl Anthony Towns has been on a wagon. He's been on a tear, so you might want to do some 3-point prop parlays with him. But I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go Knicks and Mavericks on the money line first. So those are the first 2 NBA games of the day. The Knicks should win. The Mavericks should win, okay? Then we're going to go Kristaps Porzingis over 18.5 points. Then we're going to take 2 combos or stack combos. Player and assist lines for Aaron Gordon and Bradley Beal. Okay, we took Bradley Beal in the last game. We barely hit. We needed 25. He got us 25, but we're going to run it back today because I still don't think we get any Devin Booker. But let's go from the top down, okay? Knicks, Spurs. Knicks, one of the hottest teams in the NBA right now, okay, guys? 19-10 on the year, 9-4 at home. Meanwhile, the San Antonio Spurs, they're good. 15-14, 4-7 on the road. I mean, they played above expectations, right? Shout out to Wemby. He's playing some great ball, 25 points per game, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, blocking every single shot. But Karl Anthony Towns right now is on a tear. He's the best big man in basketball. 25 really points per game, 14 rebounds to go with 4 assists. Jalen Brunson still doing what he needs to do. And at home, at the Garden, right? The Knicks, I love them in this spot. They're only 6-5 against the number at home and with 2 pushes, but straight up as a favorite, 17-9 this year. So they're a very solid team. I like the home crowd. That energy is going to be rocking. The New York Knicks are used to playing on Christmas Day. I love this environment. Get the Knicks to get it done. Now going to the Mavericks and the Wolves game. Before, when the NBA made the schedule, they thought this was going to be the game that a lot of people would want to see. And we still do. Shout out to Anthony Edwards. But the Timberwolves have been probably one of the most disappointing teams in the NBA this season. 14-14 after going all the way to the Western Conference Finals last year. Obviously, that could be kind of chalked up to the trade of losing Karl Anthony Towns, which right now it looks like they just got the worst side of the deal considering how Julius Randle's playing, and then DiVincenzo hasn't really planned out to how he played last season. But the Mavericks here are at home. They're 9-5 against the number at home, 17-11 overall in the year. You love to see that. But as a favorite straight up, they're 13-5. That's what I love. The Wolves 0-2 as an underdog this season straight up, and they're 11-17 against the number. Nothing else to really say there. They just don't look really good, man. They really don't. Luka should be playing. He's healthy. Same thing with Kyrie Irving. I mean, these are the spots that these superstars love. All the eyes are going to be on them, all the attention. Mavericks at home, I love it. I'm not going to play around with the number, even though I do think they cover the 5.5 point spread. The Wolves, they got to show me something, and they haven't. And I'm sorry. Every time they step up in class, every time they play a good team, they fall apart. And a Mavs offense like they have that can easily drop 120 points per game, the Wolves are struggling to keep up with the scoring with those type of teams. We saw that in the last matchup against the Atlanta Hawks. Keeping up the entire game for the Wolves, and then the Hawks pull away late, and they score 117 points. Wolves only score 114. Against the Warriors, the Warriors score 113. The Wolves only score 103. Against the Knicks, the game before that, 133 points the Knicks score. Wolves score 107. So it's not even like they can't even stop anybody defensively. They just can't even score enough points to keep up. And now you have a team with Kyrie, Clay, Luka, easily can drop 115, 120 points. I like those two teams to get it done. Now, Kristaps Porzingis is a guy that ever since he's come back from injury, he's been absolutely balling out for the Boston Celtics. And I like him in this situational spot today as the Celtics are taking on the 76ers. Speaking about disappointing teams, we know what the 76ers have been this year. Pure disappointment. Now, Joel Embiid, I don't even want to get into him. He talked one about bets last game or last time out because he got ejected from the game. Whatever, all right? Porzingis is a guy that he consistently can score. We knew that. From his days back in New York, we know that, right? But he's consistently cashed this line going over in 7 of the last 10 games this season. The one game where he missed, he played 11 minutes against the Wizards, right? Besides that, he's averaging 20 points per game. Jason Tatum is on the injury list in this game as well. Questionable with a sickness, with an illness. I don't know what that means. I think he's going to play because, I mean, it's Christmas Day, bro. This is why they put you on, like, the main headline. This is a part of your career, or job, I should say, but whatever. If he doesn't play or he might not be 100%, Porzingis is the guy who can step up in this spot. He's also consistently gone over this number against specifically the 76ers. He's gone over this number in 5 of the last 6 times he's played the 76ers. He's averaging 25 points per game against them. And then also with his ability to stretch the floor, that puts more strain on Embiid. You know, Embiid's not a guy who wants to play away from the rim too much. I like him here. Porzingis over 18.5 points. Now going to our last 2 best bets of the day. Bradley Beal, over 24.5 points and assists. The reason why we like this bet is for the same reason why we took it last time out on Monday. It's because there's no Devin Booker. He's probably still not playing. He still has that ankle injury. So if he's still out, the question becomes, where does the scoring come from Phoenix? We saw that in the last matchup, okay? Kevin Durant was red hot in the first half on Monday, and then he could not hit the side of a barn in the second half, which now opened the door for Bradley Beal to have to step up and start hitting shots. Now, keep in mind, they lost to the Nuggets 117-90, but we run it back today. So same opponent, same thing. So for us, let's just see what we can do. Let's cash it. Bradley Beal to be able to go over his 24.5 points in assists. He did it last time out against the Nuggets. Same type of situational spot. The only difference is instead of them playing in Denver, they're playing now in Phoenix, which is probably a better position for Bradley Beal. And then also, I just love the fact that they had a day of rest in between as well, which gives us a little bit more time, obviously, for him to kind of be ready for this matchup. Suns have dropped 3 straight. They got to win. Let's be honest, okay? They've dropped 3 straight, and I'm looking at it. That's 5, that's 8. They've lost 6 of the last 8. That's tough. Now, Aaron Gordon is a guy. Everybody obviously looks at Jokic. Everybody looks at Jamal Murray. But Aaron Gordon is one of those players that if you can really handicap, he flies under the radar because his numbers are sometimes low and he's just going to have some monster games. This is a good matchup for Aaron Gordon against a Suns defense that's really been struggling, okay? They're 3rd worst in defensive rating in the month of December, which is what doesn't give me confidence in taking them in this spot. And they allow the 2nd most points and the 2nd most assists to opposing power forwards over the last 15 days. Well, we know that's what Aaron Gordon likes to do. Him and Jokic have that combination where they run that backdoor lob play. Aaron Gordon puts it down. He back cuts. He sometimes hits Murray coming off it. They have great synchrony in their offense. Michael Porter Jr. is hitting his threes right now, which even adds more value here. So the points and assist line, I really like. And given the fact that Aaron Gordon is a player who can defensively guard KD, that means that he should see significant minutes in this game, over 30 minutes. And when you look at the numbers, he's gotten over 17 points and assists in 8 of the last 9 games where he's played at least 25 minutes. And he also plays very well against Phoenix, where, you know, he went to school, University of Arizona. He had 32 points and assists last time out against them. You love to see that. I think he's actually gone over this number in 4 of the 6 games that he's played against Phoenix in his career, or in his last 6 regular season games against Phoenix. So that's what we're looking for here with Aaron Gordon and Bradley Beal. That's the NBA lineup that we're going with on this Christmas Day. Wow. Whew. A lot of yappage, but a lot of plays. I gave you guys a total, I want to say, of 7 or 8 plays that I've given you guys officially on the card for this Christmas slate. 4 in the NBA, 3 in NFL. Like I said, I might have a few other ones that I might add in the Chiefs game. Play around with some money line parlays. And again, enjoy time with family. All right, my friends? I appreciate y'all tapping into the video as always. Let's get to that cheddar. Dictate your fate. Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. Happy holidays. And we'll be back tomorrow, guys, as we continue to run up the bag. As always, dictate your fate. And it's your boy, Noble Living. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.